Hello, everybody. Welcome to DraftKings. That's right. My name is Tyron Atkins, and we are talking about the English Premier League Week 6. Now, this is one of my favourite features every week. This is the chooser, the loser, and our hidden gem. That's right. I'm going to ask our panel who their chooser is, i.e. your go-to guy, your absolute lock, the man you have to pick. The loser, the guy you must avoid at all costs. Yes, there's no room for him in your team. And your gem, that's right. That's usually a player who's probably just operating under the radar. It could be for budget reasons, or they're just a player that don't really get the headlines, but they're very, very good. So, who's joining me this week? Over there, we have got Edo Del Monte. That's right. He is our European football correspondent. Next to him, we've got our special guest. That's right. It's the stand-up comedian and Arsenal fan, Darius Davis, who's trying to hide that spot on his forehead. It's an amazing zit you've got there, my friend.
All right.
Okay, and we'll move on to, finally, DraftKings staff writer. That's right, my hero, smiling Jamie Hinks. Guys, your chooser, loser, and hidden gem. I'm going to start with Edo. Edo, your chooser. Hit me with it. Who is it and why?
Sergio Aguero, because he's sensational, because he's playing Swansea, because he's one of the best strikers in the world, and because the last time he was on DraftKings before the suspension, he got 42 points.
Wow.
And that was against Borussia Mönchengladbach, who are actually pretty good.
Yes.
And, you know, Swansea aren't pretty good. So there we go. He's our chooser. Our loser is someone I did... Can I just say this? I called this. So far, it's worked. Jermaine Defoe, and I'm really sorry to say. He's a former Tottenham player, by the way, so let's continue with that. I'm really sorry to say this, but I did think that at that kind of age, you can fall off a cliff. And so far, not necessarily his fault either, because the team around him, but he was wasteful early on when he was getting chances, and he scored like 1-2 goals, but he's on my season-long fantasy team, and he's been pants. So he's a loser for this weekend. And then Solomon Rondon is our gem. I mean, we all know who he is. He got 9 goals last season. But the thing is, he's still under 7,000, so really good value. He looks really sort of sharp and nifty when he goes and scores his goals, but he actually also racks up shots. So he's not bad even if he doesn't score, say. But he will score. So, because they're playing Stoke.
They are playing Stoke. That's right, the worst defence in the league. So,
The world.
I think that's a pretty darn good little selection there. I have to say. Now, let's move on to Darius, our good friend and special guest. Darius, who's your chooser, who is your loser, and who is your hidden gem?
My chooser is Kevin De Bruyne. I think he's probably the best player in the league at the moment. Goes about his business, understated. He's not a Ronaldo where it's just flashy, but gets it done and he's creating chances, scoring goals. So he's my chooser. My loser this week is Eric Bailly from Man United. I think Vardy's going to have him in his pocket, and also I think he's overrated and he personifies, it's Man U, we're so great, but I think he's rubbish. And he's going to prove how rubbish he is this weekend, my loser. And my gem is Ward Prowse for Southampton.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've seen him popping up and I like his name.
Yeah, he has got a good name. We're a big fan of double-barreled names here, everybody. That's why Ruben Loftus-Cheek is my particular favourite.
Bradley Wright Phillips.
There's another good one. So there we go. So your choose was De Bruyne. That's right. He might not be able to grow a beard, but my God, he is fantastic at
Chelsea
assists.
made a mistake.
Oh, God, don't even remind me
Yeah, I
of the
forgot you
mistake.
played for them.
It infuriates me. Jose's biggest balls up for me was letting that guy go. But let's move on to our special friend here. That's right, it's smiling Jamie Hinks. Who's your chooser? Who's your loser? Who's your hidden gem?
My chooser is Andros Townsend, 8,800 for Palace. De Bruyne would be good there too, but yeah, I think just he's guaranteed points. He gets points every week. He doesn't need to score goals or get assists to get his points, and he's now getting goals and getting assists. So the sky is the limit for young Andros. Loser, Fernando Llorente, 7,900. He hasn't scored a goal yet in the Premier League.
He's not doing it.
And he's not doing it. We all thought he was going to be like I don't know who of the... I mean, we both thought him and Negredo were going to be really good, and they've both been shit. So Llorente, they don't create any chances for him. I feel bad for him because Borough do create chances. Negredo's just too lazy to get himself there.
Yeah.
Llorente, City, very tough game. He's not going to score. And my hidden gem, I'm not sure whether he'll play, but Marcus Henriksen of Hull had a goal and an assist in the Cup against Stoke in the week. And if you look at his stats from the Eredivisie last season for AZ Alkmaar, who I believe was the same team that Vincent Janssen came from, he actually had 12 goals and 6 assists, which is really impressive in a team that has a striker who's scored 29 goals. I think he's a very good player. He'll have a lot of shots. I'm just worried he won't start yet because Phelan seems completely invested in that same 11 that he started the season with. If he puts Henriksen in there, gives him a chance, I don't think Liverpool's that tough a matchup. I just think they slip up against these teams. They tend to really do well against the good teams, aka Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham. They do badly against the bad teams. Burnley.
The Burnley result. Well, every week I always look forward to your gem. It's educational, and who knows, that chap, Henriksen, might have played his way into the team after his performance in midweek. So worth looking out for, and a budget pick. As ever, everybody, these are what these guys think. Take it or leave it. I think there's some pretty good picks. But what do you think? What are you going to do? Are you going to select them, or are you going to go rogue? You can do what you like, everybody, because it's the greatest sport on earth. It's football. That's right. Not soccer, it's football. And this is the English Premier League. That's right, the best football league in the world. And you know what? You've got all these players on them Saturday matches to pick from. Get your £50,000 budget on the DK app, and I do hope you've downloaded it already. Guys, you can win prizes, you can win cash, you can win big. Welcome to the big time.